any political party is going to have internal divisions. I think one of the things you have to admire about ODM is its capacity to, I don't want to use the word discipline. I mean, just the fact that Sifuna is the one who read that statement. And then you remember, was it last week or a couple of days ago, he had this very powerful interview and he went gung-ho on very many things against the government. And then yesterday he had to stand there and read a statement that said that his party is going to continue supporting this particular government. And this is not the first time that this has happened to Sifuna. If you remember when they were doing this, we've never known whether it was a handshake that was being signed at KICC. Sifuna had initially been very against that. Then he ended up being the one who actually went and read the memorandum of understanding. And he had to keep explaining that what I'm reading is a party position. What I'm reading is a party position. So you have to give it to ODM for its capacity to have its members move out and hold individual positions, fight in public, then somehow come and then come out and look like they have agreed and they're presenting a unified front. They've done it several times, and I think it's also one of the things that keeps the dynamic moving. Whether this is going to last has always been the question. Yesterday, Sifuna had one of two options. Either he, and I think that is what most probably happened during that meeting. Either he was going to read that statement, or he was going to lose his position as Secretary General of the party. And that capacity and the fact that he didn't have the courage to go beyond where he had gone. It tells you there's still somewhere where the interests of the party are still more powerful for him than his own individual interest. That there's still something the party gives him, he's not able to get out on his own. And he has to keep, because that's what every politician does. Every politician has to keep asking and trying to align their own personal interests to the party interests, to community interests. Sifuna, we had a situation where members of the Luhya community had started defending him, saying, oh, he's been attacked because he's a Luhya in ODM. So you expected that he was going to walk away and either claim the Luhya card, play the Luhya card, or just play the Nairobi card. Yeah, but the fact that he went back and read this statement tells you, when all is said and done, he's still better off as Secretary General of ODM than anything else. And that, as you read everything else they said, because there's nothing new that the party has said. What the party said is what they've always said, as a party. Yes. That we are in government with the Kenya Kwanza until 2027. Yeah. But Sifuna had come out and said, Sifuna started becoming exciting. Because he was starting to say, we are not in this government. Yes. You see, so people are like, oh, there's a possibility that this, in fact, we even started seeing polls and suggestions that Raila could walk away, could walk out. And I can only imagine the amount of pressure that even Raila has had over the last couple of weeks from within his relationship with government. Can you tell us? I saw some members of the Kenya Kwanza administration, some politicians already started talking and saying, no, we don't like what is going on. You guys are having your cake and eating it. You want to do that. So this thing that happened yesterday was, one, to assure the Kenya Kwanza administration whatever we agreed is still in force. Two, to send a message, a warning message out, that if we can do this with Sifuna, there's nobody else who we cannot do this with.
Yet Sifuna is just one example of the dissenting voices that we've seen in ODM, and that probably is the newest thing we've had.